diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators ready to get this thing started and open the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are at that.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
It'll be third and long. Got it, looking for a first. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Gators will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. As they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Makes the grab on the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Unloads it left. Got his man. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Tigers are on the move. Rides the back on the option. The give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? All right, guys, let's talk LSU. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you've got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Pocket breaking down. That's caught. It's Watkins. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier using the quick game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too. We got to hold on to that man.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, LSU! A great catch and run for 6. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And here's the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got some space. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
LSU 7, Florida 0.
So first down here as they go back to work. Great pass, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
A lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver's going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
The Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it from the gun. Shows him the stiff arm. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously, he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yards. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown Gator. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. San Diego State is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up 14 over Wyoming. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's taking the shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Sends it back in motion. Going to swing it on second down. That's reeled in. It's Watkins. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Gets it out quickly. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll line up for a second down play. He wants to throw it again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Trying the left side. There he goes. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. Second down for this offense. Rides to the back. Powers through the defender.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Finds his man, it's Wilson. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
To the ground, he's got it again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill, because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Catch on 3rd down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Lagway. Fires complete on the crosser. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll go to the air. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Florida! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He'll keep it himself. Finds a little space. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep 3rd downs manageable for this offense.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the grab on 3rd. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Shows him the stiff arm. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Using his legs, it's Daniels. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Bowling Green is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by just 1 over Liberty. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Space downfield. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Some fresh air. LSU will get a 1st down.
A wide receiver. Gain of 4. That's a 1st down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. Breaks into the open. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The option look. Now the toss. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They've been running it, but now the pass. Pulls it in. It's Durham. Runs through the tackle. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage?
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Good timing on the quick out. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Green. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish.
14.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense.
He's loose. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Florida. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
on to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Back to pass on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll pull it on the read. Jukes his way for more. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in.
Got some room into the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Scores on the sneak. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. Well, when you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. LSU quick to the line.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep.
Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Jackson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Wake Forest put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Deeks had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to fire. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Steps away. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today. Man,